My name is Susan Moe, Senior Architect and Certified Access Specialist, and I will be covering this topic, doors, doorways, and gates. When inspecting doors, doorways, and gates, consider the following. The opening force at doors is limited to 5 pounds maximum. However, required fire doors are not to exceed 15 pounds maximum. The viewing surface at vision lights can be no more than 43 inches maximum above the floor or ground surface. Door and gate hardware must be installed between 34 and 44 inches above the floor or ground surface. The door and gate surfaces at the push side at the door from 10 inches to the bottom of the door must be smooth, and there are maneuvering clearances required at doors. This elevation and detail illustrate the requirements for the clear opening width at doors. Below 34 inches, no projections are permitted into the clear opening width. That must be 32 inches minimum with the door open at 90 degrees. From 34 to 80 inches, a 4-inch maximum projection into the clear width is permitted on both sides. The 80-inch minimum requirement for overhead projections does allow the exception for 78 inches minimum at door closers and stops. In alterations, the latch side stop can reduce the clear width 5/8 of an inch maximum. These details indicate the requirements for the smooth surface at the base of a door and also the maximum height of a threshold. A threshold can be no more than 1/2 inch max and must be beveled. The 10-inch minimum smooth surface is required at the push side of the door in order to not entrap the footrests at a mobility device. You can see the various maneuvering clearances at manual swinging doors depending on the approach to the door itself. These are 3 photographs of different door conditions. In the first photograph on the left, the door and the hardware is compliant. However, there's a waste receptacle located within the required maneuvering clearance at the push side of the door. The waste receptacle is not regulated by Chapter 11B because it's not fixed or built in. However, the door maneuvering clearance must be maintained so that it is clear and unobstructed. At the photograph in the middle, there's an issue with the paper towel dispenser and waste receptacle because it encroaches into the required maneuvering clearance at the push side of the door. In the final photograph on the right, the door and the hardware are compliant.